Hello there, this is the voice behind the Strictoaster YouTube channel. I'm known for making ultra-detailed City Skylines projects, and once again, I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to bring you a short tutorial on modding your game. Before I begin, I do want to clarify that this tutorial is meant for the PC and Mac versions of City Skylines, as we will be focusing on how to use the Steam Workshop, which is not available on other platforms. So, what do I mean by modding your game? It's probably worth mentioning the difference between mods and assets. We consider assets things like buildings, props, vehicles, etc. On the other hand, you can think of mods as small programs or scripts that get executed when you load your city and change the behavior of the game by adding, altering, or even disabling functionality. To get started, we need to head over to the Steam Workshop. You can get there by visiting this super long link you see on the screen, but since we both know we can't be bothered to type that, the link is also included in the description of this video. From there, you can click on the mod tag on the right sidebar, which will filter out everything else in the workshop that isn't a mod. At this point, you can further narrow the list by searching for specific keywords and sort them as you see fit. Once you find something you like, just click on the subscribe button and boot up your game. This works almost exactly the same as subscribing to normal assets, but in the case of mods, there is, though, an extra step that you need to take. Before you start your city or load a save game, you need to manually enable the mods you're subscribed to in the Content Manager. To make it easy to find the not yet active mods, you can sort them by enable and then by descending. All that's left to do at this point is to click on the on-off checkbox and you're pretty much good to go. Now, before you go crazy subscribing to every single mod you see, I want you to consider these 5 things. Number 1. It's very important to take some time and read mod descriptions. Some are better documented than others, but for the most part they include basic instructions on how to use a mod. For example, which are the shortcuts, explanations of the mod's UI, or they could even feature some short video tutorials. Sometimes they also outline known bugs and incompatibility with other mods which could cause game crashes and malfunctions in your city. Which brings me to my next tip. Number 2. Back up your save games. This is no longer a common occurrence, but back when the game was just released, using certain mods could render a save game corrupt and unrecoverable. These days, the chances of a mod breaking your save games are rare, but it's always a good idea to keep multiple copies of your projects that you're working on, and as you can see, I never overwrite a save game. Number 3. Now, due to the nature of how mods alter the game functionality, as you start subscribing to more of them, your game will probably experience some odd behaviors. If you try to reload a save file in-game, you'll likely be greeted with a lot of errors. This is because some mods are only executed once when you first load a save game or start a new city. Unfortunately, this means that if you want to load another save while you're in-game, you'll have to close the game completely and restart it. And quitting to the main menu won't work either. The other odd behavior you'll probably encounter is actually quitting the game. It's likely that if you have enough mods installed, your game may not quick to desktop and freeze for a long period of time. If this is happening to you, I'm afraid the only option is to force quit the application. Number 4. Game updates. In recent years, the developers of the game and the modding community have been working closely together to ensure that right before new versions of City Skylines get released, modders are given early access to the betas ahead of time to make sure their mods work properly. That being said, it's not unlikely that some mods stop working within 24 or 48 hours of a major game update, so please exercise patience. Number 5. Take it easy. It's not hard to get carried away and start subscribing to everything in one go, but I strongly recommend you start slow and only subscribe to the mods that will solve specific problems in your current workflow or game. Adding only a few at a time will give you a better understanding on how they work, and it will make it easier to troubleshoot in case something goes wrong. I know this may sound a bit scary, but the whole point of this video was to tell you what are the most common challenges you might encounter and how to get around them. If you like virtually infinite customization of every variable of the game, then playing with mods will bring you a lot of satisfactions besides some of the shortcomings that I just outlined. And with that, I just want to tell you that if you're interested in more tips for City Skylines, please check out the other videos already on this channel and subscribe to be notified when the next one comes out. But that's all I have for you today. Hope you learned a thing or two, and thank you for watching.